The U.S. Supreme Court on Monday issued a landmark ruling. The U.S. state of Arizona may not demand voters provide physical proof they're a U.S. citizen before casting a ballot. Citizenship is a requirement for voting in U.S. federal elections. Voters must answer under penalty of perjury whether they're a citizen by checking a box, yes or no. The Supreme Court says that's ample proof of citizenship. But Arizona disagreed and demanded documents from prospective voters. Campaigners say this led to thousands of people being rejected unfairly.
I think this sends a pretty clear message nationally, especially with such a broad ruling, that people's voting rights cannot be infringed upon. This is a fundamental American right to have access to register to vote. And as long as you're eligible and follow the national guidelines, you should have access to voting.
It's not the first time the southwestern state has had its immigration laws challenged. Last year, the U.S. Supreme Court also struck down an Arizona law intended to rein in illegal immigration. But the court upheld the state's practice of allowing police to check for immigration status during routine traffic stops. Arizona says its voting law was simply intended to cut down on election fraud, and it was backed by the U.S. states of Georgia, Alabama, and Kansas with similar legislation. But those opposed to the Arizona law say it was nothing more than a voter suppression tactic and are viewing the Supreme Court ruling as a victory. Kimberly, Halkett, Al Jazeera, the Supreme Court.